Welcome back to Dial a Dietitian. Today, I cannot believe it, but we are on episode number 12. We are talking with Alicia from California. Now, I did not realize it at the time, but we did have some audio issues in the filming, so you will see her photo pop up for some of the sections where the video wasn't captured, but the audio is there. So just kind of bear with that little difference this week, and we will learn a lot from her. She actually has a burn unit at her hospital, which is really unique. So I can't wait to share her story with y'all. Okay, so with that, let's jump right into the interview.
So today I'm here with Alicia from California. So Alicia, go ahead and introduce yourself to us and let us know why you became a dietitian and what inspired you to become a dietitian.
Hi guys, my name is Alicia Rodriguez. I'm currently living in Fresno, California. I became a dietitian in July of 2017, so it really hasn't been too long. But what inspired me to become a dietitian is I really wanted to help people make healthy choices when it came to eating, and just really understand how nutrition impacts their body and what things they can do to prevent long-term diseases from affecting them.
Great. And so since you became credentialed this past summer, what job have you worked at?
So my first and only job so far has actually been as an inpatient clinical dietitian at one of the hospitals here in Fresno, a community regional medical center. That's currently where I work. And mostly I work on the med-surg floor, but I also am currently covering the rehab floor that we have inpatient. And then sometimes on the weekends I get to cover some of the burn unit and the ICU floors, which are exciting because it keeps me on my toes a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. And that's probably a unique thing too, that you have a burn unit, because I feel like there aren't many inpatient facilities that I hear of anymore that have a burn unit.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool that you noted that. Our catchphrase for the hospital is that it's a level 1 trauma center with a burn unit. It's the only one from Los Angeles to San Francisco that has it. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's incredible. Very cool. So what most excites you about your work in nutrition, kind of thinking about now and then in the future too?
What most excites me is that I have the ability where I work inpatient to deliver education to people right when it's critical, when they most need it, no matter what admitted them to the hospital. Usually they're going to see a dietitian at some point, and I get the chance to talk to them about either following a heart-healthy diet or a diabetic diet. In some cases, it's renal considerations. So I love that even if they didn't know they were going to get to talk to a dietitian, they get that opportunity to kind of have a little check-in with their nutritional status and what are some things that they can do. And moving forward from there, I've actually become really interested in diabetes. A lot of my patients on my rehab floor are diabetic, and so I'm kind of playing around with getting my CDE and where I can go with continuing my knowledge with diabetics and how I can help them.
Very cool. Very cool. So since you're kind of a new dietitian, you might have some really good advice for us. What would be your first line of advice for somebody if they're thinking about becoming a dietitian?
My first line of advice would be make sure you understand the requirements for the internship and how rigorous and competitive it is to get into an internship. Because all too often I saw in undergrad a lot of students who put in the academic work, but they probably didn't have the volunteer work or the extracurricular leadership experience that internship directors are really looking for. So definitely the field of dietetics, it's great. There's a lot of job opportunities. Just make sure that you do all the research for the typically 5 years of schooling.
Definitely. Yeah, really good advice. And it's definitely good to kind of have the future in mind, because I have heard of a lot of, students not quite understanding what the internship entails, but it'll be interesting to see too how that changes now with the master's requirements, and hopefully it'll be a little more streamlined for some people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Cool. Well, if we want to connect with you or learn a little bit more about you, where can we find you on social media?
Yes, you can find me on Facebook. Just look up Alicia Rodriguez. I'm the one in Fresno. There's a few different Alicia Rodriguez's out there. Or on LinkedIn, same thing. I am set up here in Fresno. And then you can also find me on Instagram. I don't post too much about dietetics, but I post a little bit about food. And you can always ask me questions about the internship or what it was like to be an intern here in Fresno and then start working here. So that's my name, ALICIAA. Is my handle for Instagram.
Great. Yeah, cool. And we'll link all of those down below so you guys can check those out and connect with Alicia if you would like to talk with her more. Because you did your internship in Fresno as well, correct?
Yeah, correct. I did a year here and then went right into a job.
Perfect. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Alicia, for talking with us today. And thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Next week on Dial a Dietitian.
I began to realize that food and nutrition is the common ground for everyone. And I realized I started making relationships with people in terms of food that I could not make as a physical therapist. Because no matter where you're from, no matter your background, your upbringing,